So last week, we actually had a couple guys from out of town come into Nashville to Browns to train and learn how to use all of our equipment and how to grow a business. And it was a ton of fun, but I'd like to hear a little bit about what some of your takeaways were from that.
Yeah, so what we call these are kind of like the experience or a boot camp. And so if people are interested in learning about leadership, marketing, sales, operations, services, and cash flow, they can get a 2-day in the field experience and a 1-day intensive where they end up understanding their marketing and their sales and what's required to actually scale a pressure washing company. And I believe the walk away from last week is there was one gentleman, it's the very last minute of the day, and he ends up sharing with me why he started the pressure washing company. And so we're in my car and we're about to take our final photos, before they leave and head back to their states. And he says, "Do you want to know why I started a pressure washing company?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to hear it." He said, "My dad had missed almost all of my events growing up. I can only recall him showing up 5 times to wrestling matches or events inside of his childhood." He said that on his last day, he can recall seeing his dad and seeing a gift that the corporate America gave his dad after 30 years of sales service. And it was a cheap bottle of whiskey that was on the kitchen counter. And when he looked at it, the first thought he said was, "My dad doesn't even drink." And then the second thought is, after 30 years of corporate, this is all you get? Wow. He said, at that moment, I realized I don't want to give up my entire life for my children and with my wife for somebody else's business. And I decided that that's where I'm going to start a business. And what this is called is knowing your why before you share your what. And so what you do is called pressure washing or different pressure washing services. But your why is something you can share inside of a marketing conversation.
Yeah.
When he shared that, I said, this is what you do. You put that in a story format, and every time that you meet someone that will listen, or if you're at a property management group, a BNI network, or at what's called a lunch and learn, I want you to say the following words. Hey, in a second, I'm going to tell you what I do. But before I tell you my what, I want to tell you my why. I started this company because of blank. And then you share the story of why you started to begin with. When you start with your why, you immediately capture the heart of your listener, and you no longer become a product, but you become a person. And so that's one of the things that you'll find out here inside of your boot camp is you'll learn how to tell your story. And so if you're interested in learning more about how to have hands-on training and discover what your why and sales, we want to invite you to a 3-day boot camp here in Nashville in the future.
Yeah, so go to pressurewashingpastor.com and you'll find the link there.
Until next time.
Peace.